What is going on, everyone? Sauce here with Wrestling is Cinema, and today we are talking about the huge news. The biggest return in all of WWE right now, Jimmy Uso. I'm just kidding. We're talking about the final boss, The Rock, the Great One. You guys ready to get into it? Let's get into it. All right, so there was some crazy stuff that happened last night at Bad Blood, so this is being recorded on a Sunday. Hopefully it'll be out on Monday. Who knows? But here's the biggest news. The biggest news in the world, I know I joked about it at first, is obviously Jimmy Uso is back. He came back to help out his cousin, Roman Reigns, and Jimmy actually looked really good. He was out there giving super kicks to the new Bloodline. Out here, he was like, hey, Tama Tonga, you want a super kick? Boom, here you go. Oh, Tonga Loa, you want one too? Boom, here you go. It was awesome, and then they embraced. He and Roman Reigns embraced, and it was a full circle moment. It looked really good. Jimmy looked really good. It was a really cool moment. I really enjoyed it. Now, the biggest news right after that happens, obviously Cody is getting attacked by the Bloodline. They take a second or two. Jimmy convinces Roman to go back in there to help out Cody. Very cool moment. Very cool moment. They go back in there, they help him out, and as Cody is raising that WWE title, all of a sudden, guess what happens? If you smell what The Rock is cooking, that's right, the Great One returns, and holy shit, was there a huge pop. So previously, Cody and Roman both had huge entrances where they both ended up having huge pops. The crowd was super into him. It was crazy. It was loud for the two biggest superstars in the WWE right now. And it was a crazy moment because it's very similar to like when The Rock and Stone Cold, whenever they teamed up. Like two megastars, two of the biggest stars, the two biggest stars in all of wrestling today. They got huge pops, and then whenever The Rock came out, his pop dwarfed all of them. He didn't say anything. He comes out, he looks at the ring, and I can't remember what the sequence was. I watched it earlier, but he threw up a 1, a 2, and then a 3. And then he does this little slit the throat kind of motion. And you can tell that the Great One, the final boss, he ain't happy. He ain't happy. And there's several reasons why he could not be happy. Number one, he doesn't like Cody Rhodes, at least not in the storyline. He has a lot of respect for his dad, the American Dream, but he doesn't really like Cody Rhodes, at least not in kayfabe. So, obviously, with Roman losing his title to Cody and basically disrespecting the Bloodline by doing that, then you can tell that The Rock is pissed. So that's number one reason why he could be pissed, is because he lost to Cody Rhodes, and now he's teaming with the guy that he lost the title to. Number two, Solo Sikoa. My boy cannot get a win. He can't get a dub, and he doesn't look terrible, but he doesn't look super strong in all of this. I just personally do not think that Solo Sikoa looks good in this. He has elevated his game, but he does not look strong. He doesn't look like an actual tribal chief. He doesn't. And his bloodline, with the exception of Jacob Fatu, who overshadows him. Who else is a big fan of Jacob Fatu? Yeah, me too. So he gets overshadowed by Jacob Fatu. I don't know, the new Bloodline is kind of a mess, but it's going to bring in speculation as to what is going to happen whenever it comes to SmackDown, whenever The Rock returns and maybe tells why he's back. We already know that he's got unfinished business with Cody, so The Rock is definitely not happy, and oh my gosh, he is doing some of the best work of his career, and he has had a very storied career. So one of the biggest things that kind of got me, and I kind of touched on it just a little bit ago, is just the fact that The Rock's return overshadowed by a large margin Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes, the two biggest superstars in the WWE today. What does that tell you? That tells you that if The Rock is not on your Mount Rushmore for greatest wrestlers in the industry that the industry has ever seen, maybe not necessarily from a wrestling standpoint, but from the whole package with the mic skills, the in-ring ability, the ability to entertain and perform and get everybody behind him. He transcends wrestling. Everybody knows who The Rock is. Not everybody might not know who Dwayne Johnson is, but if you say, do you know who The Rock is? Everybody knows him. He has that aura. And it still cracks me up because like I'm sitting here watching it and I'm like, man, Cody got a huge pop. And I'm trying to see if Roman's going to get a bigger pop because everybody knows I'm not a big Roman Reigns fan. So I'm sitting here watching and I'm like, man, who's going to get the bigger pop? Man, that's crazy. It's kind of torn. Like both of them got huge pops. And then of course, just out of nowhere, kind of like an RKO, it was The Rock out of nowhere. Because I thought that Jimmy Uso coming back was going to be the big thing. That was going to be the big return. But nope. And let me tell you what, I screamed like a giddy little fangirl as soon as The Rock's music hit. My fiance, she was just like, she couldn't hear what the music was saying. She couldn't hear the "if you smell" part. So I don't blame her, but I was freaking out. I was like, it's The Rock, it's The Rock. Literally didn't do anything, didn't say anything. He just raised his eyebrow. He did the people's eyebrow. Shout out to the cameraman for painting in on that. It was iconic. And then, of course, he's still carrying around that People's Champion belt, which looks sick. But here's the biggest news out of all this. So for a while now, SmackDown has been kind of ho-hum. Because they're still riding the Bloodline storyline that's been going on for 4+ years. Now it gets interesting. I was going to record a video, and I probably still will, talking about the battle between Raw and SmackDown. And now, with my favorite wrestler of all time coming back, at least for the next few months, SmackDown just, there's a reason for everybody to tune in now. And I am so excited. I cannot wait because anytime that music hits, anytime it hits, your boy gets stoked. So let me know what you guys thought of the return of The Rock, what this means for the Bloodline. Let me know what you guys think this means for the Bloodline moving forward. What's going to happen? Is Paul Heyman going to come back soon? Are they going to add somebody else to Roman Reigns' side? Is it going to be revealed that The Rock is the big boss and he has been controlling Solo Sikoa this whole time? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But I want to know what your opinions are. Let me know what you guys thought of Bad Blood. I'm going to do some separate videos over those and everything because I like to try to keep these pretty short form. So with all that being said, if you enjoy this video, please make sure that you drop a like, comment down below, and then hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for post notifications so you know anytime we post a video on this channel because we love talking wrestling. Isn't that right? That's right. So with all that being said, catch you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Boop.